Greetings, everybody. We are playing some Feed the Beast today, and there's just a couple of things I want to talk about before we really get started. My episodes lately have been getting kind of hectic in a few ways. I sort of jump around between lots of different stuff, and it's a little more chaotic than I think I'd like. So this one, I'm going to try something a little different. We'll just be taking a much more laid-back, relaxed pace to things, and see if it works out better for us. We'll probably do a little bit less per episode, but that might actually be a good thing because I feel like I'm just trying to pack too much in all at once. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll get the same amount accomplished. Maybe I'll just naturally go into a faster pace. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to talk about in relation to that is, so for one thing, we got some cool bees here. I'm not having a whole lot of luck on the noble branch, but I am getting diligent bees. We have a diligent noble hybrid and a pure diligent drone. No diligent princesses yet, but we'll get there eventually. Cultivated diligent drone, common noble princess, common diligent drone. But reviewing the last episode, it seemed like beekeeping really interrupted the flow of things and took up a little bit more of the episode than I'd like it to. So there's a little bit too much randomness and waiting around for bees to finish breeding for it to be a good thing to really show on camera. So I think I'm going to do most of my beekeeping off camera and just show you the results when there's something exciting, like say we get a new species like that. Let's look at this thing's properties while we have it up. So a diligent drone, a pure one. Let's see. Short, slow, flowers, okay. Normal fertility. Normal, no tolerance. Now these this is a stringy comb, and stringy combs are actually a real good thing to have. I think I have a beekeeper villager who sells these, but in a centrifuge, they produce propolis 100% of the time. And that's what you want, because propolis is useful for a lot of stuff. We definitely want it. 40% honey drops, which, if you want honey, you'll centrifuge honeycombs. So that's fine. But yeah, these are great for propolis. So we'll definitely want to get some pure diligent bees around and use them for producing stringy combs for us. So that's where we are with that. Why do I have a piece of dirt on me? I honestly have no idea where this came from, but apparently I do. Anyway, another thing. We are in version 8 of the Minecraft mod pack. You'll notice this is Minecraft 1.4.7 now. And yeah, it's sort of bleeding edge. It's not the recommended version. If you look in the Feed the Beast launcher, they still recommend version 7, but everything seems fine now. I got all my stuff updated, synchronized the configurations again, added Mistcraft back in, and yeah. We have 3 refineries going now, because one wasn't fast enough. I'll show you the other changes I've made around my base in a bit, but first, we're going to take a look at some of the new stuff in version 8 of the Minecraft pack. So there are a bunch of mod updates. One of the things that caught my eye was Buildcraft apparently now has an emerald pipe. And I don't know what it does, but we're going to find out right now. So, can I interact with it? I can? Oh my! Oh, fascinating. Okay, let's get something pumping through there. So give me some wooden... just give me a bunch of stuff. I'd like a redstone engine and a lever. And we're going to experiment with this thing and see if we can figure out how it works. I haven't read up on them at all. All I know is the name and the crafting recipe, and now that what I know is what you're seeing me find out right now. I just like to try to figure things out blind like that. Sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it's really a lot of fun. Okay, so we're going to pull out of the... Oh, they don't connect to wooden pipes. That's very interesting. I actually wanted a pipe that didn't connect to wooden pipes. So good. Okay, so we can prevent connections with wooden pipes with those. That's excellent. Okay, so that's one property of them. We're going to put a chest here. And, oh, no, can't put a chest there. We got to put it a little farther away so we can get something else in between the wooden pipe and the emerald one. Now, so filters makes me think, hang on, let's try connecting on two sides of it. So we'll put a chest here. We're going to put this redstone engine right here. And we are going to put some cobblestone and some oak wood in here. Put dirt. Wait, I didn't put dirt in there. Ha! Oak wood into filters and see what it does when we pump those items through. So here comes a piece of cobblestone. Filters are set to oak wood. Here comes a piece of oak wood planks. Let's see what these do. That went that way. This one goes that way too. Okay, I don't get it. What does filters mean? Can I interact with it with a wrench? No, not really. Does it interact with some other type of pipe somehow? I don't know what this filter thing is for, because both of those items went through in the same direction. I assume that was just chance. Let's put a few more cobblestone in here, a few more oak wood planks. Actually, let's stagger them so that they'll get pumped out one after the other. I'm doing a terrible job staggering those, but whatever. Everything's going left so far. I assume that's just chance. Wow, really everything's going left. What's up with this? Is that being smart about the fact that there's a chest there? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, just random chance. I think. Okay, let's see if we ever get a piece of cobblestone going straight. Where'd that go? Seriously, where'd that go? It disappeared. Maybe I picked it up. Okay, it seems like cobblestone's always going to the left. Those blocks are always going straight. But I'm pretty sure we saw... Yeah, no, some oak wood's going in there. I want these items to move... Oh, yeah, okay. Piece of cobblestone's going straight. Alright, so I have no idea what this does. It doesn't seem to be affecting the behavior of the blocks going through there in any obvious way. Maybe... No, okay, so it doesn't connect to... Wait. Right, it doesn't connect to wooden pipes, but does it connect to containers? Yes, it does. Oh, hello. Hello, I see. Oh, I think I just figured it out. Okay, so watch this. Let me get another chest. And I want to get a gold pipe because those items are just moving a little too slow for my taste. Okay, so we're going to put another pipe here. Chest, that's not a pipe. Oh, man. Just called things by the wrong name on camera so many times, and I often don't catch it until after I've already edited and am uploading the episode, because if I catch it while I'm editing, I'll add a piece of text correcting myself, but that doesn't always happen. Okay, so we're going to do this. I think what this is going to do is all of the oak wood is going to go, I assume, into this chest, and all the cobblestone will go this way, or vice versa. I put that gold pipe in totally the wrong place. Let's see if I can... Nope, can't quite do a hot swap there. Okay, so other way around. Cobblestone goes in there. No? What? Really? Are you serious? Okay, I don't understand this. Maybe... Okay, I can't change that. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm doing this in the wrong direction. Maybe it works like a wooden pipe. Yeah, that would make sense since it doesn't connect to wooden pipes. Maybe it pulls items out that are only of the type... Ooh, that would be very cool. Okay, let's see if it'll pull out these wooden planks, but not the cobblestone. So put this here, and... Oh, it pulled... Oh, yes! That's awesome! Oh, that is super useful. Okay. Oh, I like this. Okay, we're definitely going to be using these in our automation. Cool, cool. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to show, because it was a feature that I wanted and I didn't really know about it. Apparently, if you use an iron pipe, yeah, so we figured out what the emerald pipes do. They're awesome, excellent. So if we use an iron pipe here, I've discovered. Does it matter which way around it is? I don't think it does. Actually, it might. Anyway, so if this does not have any room in its inventory for the item that wants to go into it, most pipes will just drop the item on the ground. But it turns out that the iron pipe, I tested this in creative mode, the iron pipe will actually bounce the item back. Oh, right, that's emerald. Let's replace that with a wooden pipe for this demonstration. Yeah. So we'll do a few of those. Yeah, the iron pipe actually bounces items back if they can't go into the container. So they don't just go on the ground, they go backward. So here comes some more cobblestone. Hopefully that'll pull out some wood. Yep. And since there's room for wood, it will go in here. Because, yeah, I was having some trouble with certain machines because I had to do some complicated stuff. Like, for example, right here with our magma crucibles, which actually we'll be talking about in a moment. You know, I have these gates set up all weird to try to pull exactly one piece of netherrack when its inventory is empty. Oh, another thing I didn't talk about. With a gold gate or diamond, you can actually distinguish between different items. So let me see if I can do an example of this right here. So if I put a gold ore gate on here, you know, you saw how that iron gate UI was. It's just space in inventory equals red pipe signal. And that means there is a completely empty space in the inventory. Doesn't care if you're piping netherrack through and there's, you know, space for 63 more of it. It requires an empty slot. But with a gold gate or a diamond one, if you say space in inventory, you can specify netherrack to it in that slot. I didn't know what that slot was for the longest time, but finally I figured it out. And this will say if there is space for netherrack in this inventory, then do whatever action you give it. Now I tried to change this setup so that it used gold gates for that. And yeah, I had the problem of too many items getting pulled. Pipewire has a little bit of a delay to it, so I couldn't get it to time perfectly, so it'd keep exactly 64 in there. But if we replaced these stone pipes with an iron pipe, then that would actually work out because the iron pipe would bounce the item back and put it back in the chest if there wasn't any room for it. So that's an option for us. But we don't really need that because one piece of netherrack keeps this fed until it's smelted that down and is ready for another one. Let's see, how's this configured? Space in inventory and pipe empty equals red pipe signal. Space in inventory and pipe empty equals red pipe signal. Okay. And let's see, there was something else I was going to say about that. Oh, yes. So the new version of thermal expansion, among other things. Oh, yeah, we have these new panels here. That's pretty cool. Neat. The new version of thermal expansion rebalances the magma crucible a little bit, and everything costs more, basically. So now with netherrack, it's 12,000 MJ instead of 8,000. Cobblestone, obsidian, and smooth stone are 24,000 instead of 20,000. So these magma crucibles to geothermal generators might be even less of a viable source of power than they were before. But that's okay. We have plenty of other options. But yeah, that's all that is. So it costs a little more to make lava now, which is probably a good thing because it, from some of the stuff I'd been reading, it was kind of overpowered in a few ways with being able to make lava that easily. Hi, Rain. So what else do we have here? Ah, yes, that actually transitions nicely to one of our next points. So I have to go to the nether quite a lot to get cobblestone with, say, a want of equal trade or, you know, other quick mining tools, and I get kind of tired of it sometimes. Turns out there is now a way with soul shards to manufacture netherrack. You can smelt cobblestone into it. Now, that's still not renewable because corrupted essence requires soul sand, which there's no way to... The only way to renew it is from scrap boxes, and you only have a 2% chance to get it. But I want to see how many netherrack we get from one piece of corrupted essence. So let's actually put a whole stack of cobblestone in there. And yeah, we took all its fuel, so we'll get to see how many it smelts. So we'll leave that going while we talk about other stuff. Next thing is new version of Thaumcraft. Apparently adds some new achievements. Oh, and this makes a noise when you open it now. That makes me happy. So, enchantments. Haste. Oh, no way! Oh, okay, not the haste I thought it was. But still, that's cool. Okay, so any footwear can get haste. So I would like that on these. Those are actually wearing out, but I can repair them. Although I have these, so that might not even matter. Oh, different noise. Repair. Oh, wow. Okay, I see. So any Thaumcraft items can draw from... Okay, I'm not entirely sure I would want that, because that would deplete my aura. Maybe it's okay, though. Potency. Damage, range, or area. Cool, okay, so like if we'd enchant a wand of equal trade with potency, I guess it would just exchange more blocks when you right-click, probably. Cool, definitely would like that, because I go through wands of equal trade pretty quick. Charging. Some of the features of... Oh, wow! Oh! Well, yeah, you don't need that if you have this. Although, well, again, you'll deplete your aura. Treasure, wand of excavation and equal trade. Fortune, cool! Oh, that's awesome. Okay, great. So the only one of these that applies to anything that's not a Thaumcraft item would be haste. But that's cool. So, new enchantments there. Oh, and another thing they added is amber blocks and amber bricks. Sorry if this isn't interesting to anybody else who's keeping up and already knows all the new stuff that's added by this pack, but I don't, so, ooh, that's cool. So I assume for a brick we just do this. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to make... I'm pretty sure you can Oh, what happened? Transform any of those back into amber afterward. So let's just make some bricks and some blocks. Yeah, that goes back to 4 amber. That goes back to 4 amber. Cool. Interesting blocks. Let's put them down here. Nice. Okay, those are a little weird looking, but I can imagine using them in some places. Very cool. And it's good for compact amber storage. Not that I have that much, but still. Of course, that just made it less compact because we have 2 more. Anyway, that's fine. So, that's very cool. I'm always happy to get more block types. So, thermal expansion. Again, has changed a few things. Ferrous ore actually has a use now. It is... Right, we were already able to make pulverized ferrous metal. I think it was pulverized ferrous dust before. And this is blended with 2 iron dust. Yeah, two iron dust to 1 ferrous dust to get 3 Invar blend. Invar is used now in the magmatic engine and in the... ooh, magmatic engine looks different. And in the recipe for the induction smelter. So, I've already made myself an induction smelter, but if we ever make another one, or a magmatic engine, then we'll have a use for our ferrous dust. Now, it sounded like... let's see here. It sounded like the induction smelter got rebalanced a little bit. Yeah, so you see gold ore is 10% rich slag now. Iron ore is 5%, so less rich slag from stuff. Interesting. Alright, that's fine. So rich slag got nerfed a little bit, but you can still use it the same way. You just get less from smelting your ores. That's fine. That's still... okay, now, is that still better than pulverizing? Because the pulverizer... If we go back to the pulverizer... so, like, if I were to pulverize iron ore, for example... Or, okay, copper. 10% for pulverized gold. Now, if we put this in an induction smelter, it's 5% rich slag. So, ooh, that complicates this a bit. So now copper would be better to pulverize instead of induction smelt. Interesting. Okay, so that's that. Apparently they also fixed the liquiduct bug that I reported. I don't know if it was because I reported it or if it was already known, but let's go ahead and just give it a try just to see. So we want a tank and a liquid and some liquiducts. Okay, so we'll use water. Bucket. Water. Oh, come on. Alright, so this is exactly 1 bucket of water. I'm going to put a long liquiduct as long as this will get us. That's long enough. Toggle this, pick up a lever from here. And... okay, so that filled up. We're going to take this out. That stayed the same. Cool, cool. Reverse it. Oh, wrong. Do it this way. Okay, okay. So that should be exactly 1 bucket. Ooh! Ho-ho! Okay, so I think we lost a little bit when we broke that liquiduct. So it's actually, instead of gaining, you actually lose a little bit when you do this. Because when I break this, we lose however much water was in that. 1 bucket divided by number of these liquiducts, presumably. Okay, so looks like that's fixed. And yeah, if you take liquid out like that, you're just going to lose it. Good. That's good. So I think that covers everything that was changed in. Oh no, it doesn't quite. There's one more thing I wanted to mention. So apparently there was a bug in forestry that allowed you to duplicate bees that had something to do with backpacks. I think I accidentally triggered that because let's see, I had my APRS backpack full of a bunch of wintry princesses. I put it into whatever mode that is. You shift right click to change modes, because then if you shift right click on a chest, it'll dump its contents into that chest. After I did that, I somehow ended up with a stack of 26 Valiant drones in the container I was dumping into, and there is no way that I got that many Valiant drones on my beehive breaking trip. So, since these are cheaty duplicated bees, we're just going to do this. Sorry, bees. Because I'd rather not cheat. I'll do it, I'll get my Valiant drones legitimately, and I still have plenty, just that stack of 26 was sort of duplicated. So let's check on our Soul Forge. 8. Okay, so 1 corrupted essence can turn 8 cobblestone into netherrack. So that's not so bad. If I have a surplus of soul sand and a shortage of netherrack, that's a way to balance those two out. Cool. All right, so next thing on our list is... before we get to this, let me... I'm going to empty my inventory, then I'll show you around some of the things I changed to my base. Alright, inventory's nice and clean. I just took the opportunity to sleep and shut off the rain. So most of the changes that I've done have been in my basement. Laid this out a little differently to get oil to my 3 refineries now, and fuel to the... oh yeah, we didn't actually have a fuel tank last time, so I built one. So fuel tank is here. Wow, it's more than halfway full already. That's cool. So it's filling up. Refineries are just doing that. Oil tank is more than half empty, so we can turn on our oil pump again. So, yeah, it turns out that industrial steam engines do like to have 1 liquiduct each, because with 1 liquiduct supplying all of these, for some reason they only filled up to 4,000 steam, but with 1 each, they get closer to 8,000 and put out 8 MJ per tick. So that's pretty cool. Still don't have the steel to build more of these. I mean, I probably could build like 1 or 2 more, but I need to do a whole bunch of blast furnacing to get it. So, this place is starting to get cluttered. We have this mess of liquiducts all over the place. I actually placed my rock crusher, and I have it crushing... it's done, sort of. Have it crushing cobblestone into gravel now. Oh, cobblestone. So that also gives you bonus flint occasionally. You can't even hear it because of the blaze noises. That's pretty funny. But it does make a loud noise that you're just not hearing. And I'm going to take some of this gravel and have it also crush the rest of it into sand and potentially diamonds. And also gold nuggets, because you get those as a rare bonus from crushing gravel in it. So good. Our gravel problem is solved. And yeah, we actually placed the machine that we built a while ago. So those blazes. Yeah, they weren't supplying our boiler with enough fuel before. Turns out I did not actually have the water far enough down to get the to get the spawner not to deactivate because there are too many mobs in the area. This is going to be dangerous, so I'm not even going to do it because we have this nice glass floor for viewing the area. So we can see the soul cage there. It's just farther from the water now, so this is exactly the right number of blocks that the blazes on the bottom don't count toward the mob count from the spawner, and it'll just continually spawn while it's on. But it's off now. It was on a moment ago. What's up with that? So, yeah, once I made that change, efficiency increased greatly, far beyond what the boiler can actually handle. So this is filling up with blaze rods, and guess what? It's not even fully heated up yet. Yeah, like I said, this takes several hours in real time. It's crazy. So yeah, this is full of blaze rods. As soon as this uses the last one in this slot, it's going to send a redstone, or stop sending a redstone signal rather, to the shutoff for the blaze farm. And that will then spawn more blazes and get more blaze rods up here. So this thing just, when it needs to be fed, it says, hey, feed me. And blaze spawner starts up. Blaze rods will come up the pipe. Once it is fed, it'll say, okay, I'm fed, you can stop now, and turns off the spawner again. Yeah, here come blaze rods zipping in there. 61, 62, 62, 63. You see that's going much faster than this can process it. So now it's turned off the blaze spawner. Oh, started back on. So that might pulse a few times before it stabilizes. Because, you know, there's a good bit of travel time in this pipe to get the blaze rods up to it. But yeah, one of the things I would like to do, maybe we'll do it. I'll see how much other stuff we have to look at. I'd like to, instead of shutting off the blaze spawner, I'd like to pipe the extra blaze rods to a chest out here just so I can get them out in case I want them for something. But I'm pretty happy with this setup right now. We could even like add a second boiler if we somehow run out of steam in here, which we've never come anywhere near doing. But yeah, steam turbine works well. I don't know what changed, but I was able to get it to 100% output without changing anything else, really. I did change the HV cable to a glass fiber cable. Maybe that made a difference. Because, yeah, we're using glass fiber cable from the steam turbine to the MFSUs. The MFSUs are also using a glass fiber cable to go from here to here, just so it doesn't lose those, 5 EU or whatever it is from this one to the mass fabricator. Let's see, how much UU matter have I actually produced? That's not UU matter, those are soul shards. Okay, so 4 stacks plus 15. I forget, I'm going to have to look back again at how much we needed for the gravit chest plate and the Vajra. Probably build the Vajra first because it's cheaper. But yeah, we'll look at that at some point. But yeah, I also definitely do want to get nuclear power up and running for power generation for this, but we're not going to look at that yet. We'll get there eventually. It's funny, I built this basement for protection from the nuclear reactor, and then I just ended up using this room much more for that stuff. Yeah, that's everything down there is still exactly the same. So I think that's all the relevant stuff down here. Yep. So let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, that noise you were hearing was the rock crusher. I'm so used to it from my test world because I had it right next to my everything that I don't even notice it anymore. Right, so in the course of setting up my refinery to process the oil, I had to I had to reconfigure an iron tank that was full of fluid. And it turns out that you can break them, or at least parts of them, without actually losing their contents. So I'd like to do some testing right now and find out exactly how much of one you can break without disrupting its contents. So we're going to build an iron tank right here, put a little bit of water in it, and see what it takes to cause that water to disappear. How much can we do to this and still preserve it? Learned a little more about how iron tanks are built. Apparently, everything that's built there has to be iron tank wall. The other items can be any mix of iron tank wall, iron tank valve, and iron tank gauge, as long as there's at least one valve on it. So we're just going to do this. And you can't pull liquid from the top of it, which, you know, makes sense, but is kind of annoying. You have to pull from the bottom two layers, so either at this level or from the bottom. So that makes piping a little bit more difficult, but, you know, it makes physical sense, so I guess it's fine. Okay, so there's a tank. We're going to put a bucket of water into it. From here. Let's see if this bucket's in here. It is! Ha-ha! Yeah, so put a bucket of water into it. You can't even see it. Oh, yeah, there it is. So this has one bucket of water. We can break, say, this block, for example. That's no longer a tank. Put it back, and it has the water in it still. So, let's try breaking everything that is not a tank wall and see what happens. Maybe it's the valve that stores it. Yeah, okay, first let's try breaking all of those and putting them back. I assume this will still have water in it. Yes, it does. Okay, let's try breaking the valve in case it's the block that stores the data for what's in it. No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's break all but one block. Actually, no. Let's, yeah, let's break all but one block and see what happens. I'll leave the center bottom block there and rebuild the thing around it. And that's going to be dull, so I'll cut away. One sec. Oh, okay. I guess we'll leave that block there. I'm going to rebuild it in the same place. I guess it won't be dull if I make mistakes like that. Rebuild it in the same place. If this works, I'm going to try moving it. So, like, we'll leave this corner where it is, but build it over here so the corner is shared between the old and new one, but all the other blocks move. I don't know if this will work, though. So I'm hoping that if you just have one block still intact, it'll keep the data on it, and you'll get the liquid back. But I don't know. Oh, that was enough to break it. Okay. Maybe it's the bottom layer. So let's get some more water. This is useful stuff to know if you ever have to reconfigure an iron tank while it has liquid in it. Okay, so water is in there. We're going to take out this entire layer and rebuild it as is. So if I just disconnect the one half of it from the other half, let's see if it doesn't like that. What did I do wrong? Am I missing a block? Yes, I am. Okay, it's fine with that. So we'll leave the bottom and take off everything else. Maybe as long as it has a, say, 3x3 base, it's okay. Okay, so we've done that. Now we'll rebuild it. Hopefully you guys find this as interesting as I do. I like to experiment with this stuff and find out the exact behavior of things. And you know, I'm fine with reading wikis and things and, you know, watching spotlights and tutorials and things, but I have a little more fun just figuring it out from experimentation. Okay, so that still had water in it. So now we're going to leave the 4 bottom corners. This might be getting a bit dull. I'm actually getting a little tired of this, but I want to find the exact threshold where the liquid disappears. So I'm going to do this. So it'll be able to maintain its size. In fact, let's even break one of these. Okay, so it still knows it's a 3x3. It doesn't know its height, but oops. Well, no, that's fine. That goes there. Just got an email. Don't know if you could even hear that on the mic, but yeah. Having trouble placing blocks for some reason. Okay, so valve, wall, and oops. Hopefully that block placement, no, it wouldn't have screwed it up. Okay, now it's empty. All right, so maybe it's if you disturb any of the bottom. So we're going to take off the top, disturb... Oh, oops, I never filled it back up. All right, we're going to take off the top and disturb one of the bottom blocks and see if that breaks it. So I will actually cut away for that because this is just me breaking blocks and placing them again. So 1 second. All right, I'm going to choose a corner block to break, and I did put a bucket of water in there before I did this, so we'll do this, then rebuild it. And... ha-ha-ha! It's fine. Okay. One more test. Hang on. Okay, I believe I figured it all out. So, it seems the behavior is you have to have at least 2 blocks of the bottom portion of the thing still touching each other for it to maintain its liquid. Let's try just breaking out the very bottom layer. And actually, heck, let's break it down to 1 block in the center. So, if I would replace this right now, it would maintain its liquid. Let's demonstrate just to see that it happens. And... yes, water's still in it. But if I break all but 1 of the bottom blocks, even though by Minecraft physics that would still hold liquid like this, I think this will have broken it. So when we put these back, it should have no fluid in it. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay. Well, maybe I have to break the other blocks too. Okay, but let's break the rest of this down. So the test that I did... I tried breaking the walls and the bottom, but not the ceiling. And when I rebuilt it, it didn't have any water in it. Then I broke the ceiling and everything except for 2 blocks at the bottom that were touching each other. So you can break an iron tank down to this. Rebuild it, and it'll still have fluid in it. But if you do this, your fluid's gone. Or if you have, like, non-contiguous blocks down here, this would break it because none of those sides are touching. Is how I think it works. That's from my bit of experimentation there. So, that probably took longer than it should have. Let's do something we meant to do a few episodes ago, but I guess we couldn't have done anything with it. And we will build a petroleum generator. Since we have a bunch of fuel we can use now, I want to see how much EU it outputs and how efficient it is. So we need 4 water cells. Wait, I feel like I'm missing a thing. Petroleum generator. No, that's right. Okay. So 4 water cells we can get from our spring over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I never talked about this. I just put some micro blocks around here to cover it up a little bit. There are hollow blocks, but they're sort of considered solid as far as like picking up water. So these are just cover strips around the outside of that tank. I think it looks nice. But you've already seen all that, like I've shown it plenty of times already. So, this crafting table is technically not necessary because you can craft everything in an infusion altar, but it looks weird, so I like the crafting table. So, petroleum generator. We're going to need some cable, I guess, to run to this, or maybe we can let's just stick it next to a glass fiber cable that's already down there, and get our EU reader. Which is somewhere... I don't see it. There it is. Right, and we're not doing iron tank testing anymore. Okay, so I'm going to make this need some EU by letting this run. I'll just let it run while we do this. Okay, so petroleum generator is just going to be right here for now. Okay, UI looks like that. That's simple enough. We will pull a bucket of... should I do oil or fuel? I'm not ever going to put oil in this thing, so we'll just do fuel, since it's so easy to refine. Can I right-click and just dump it in? No, I cannot. Okay. Oh, hey, here it says... no, it doesn't say. Okay, so it doesn't specify how much EU it can produce in a petroleum generator. By it, I mean the not enough items tooltip I'm seeing here. So, let's put this in. That looked like it filled more than a bucket's worth. Maybe this doesn't hold... maybe these marks lie, and it only holds, like... 14 buckets or something. Okay, so that's green. There's nothing here. Let's see the power flowing through this cable. 25. Okay, so 25 EU per tick. So if I want fast power generation, I'm going to have to stack a bunch of these up. But it looks like it goes for a long time. So, cool. That's the petroleum generator. We could stack a whole bunch of those and process our oil and fuel into... energy units. So cool, yeah, that's going down. Okay, that's the petroleum generator. I really feel like... Ooh, stuck in the floor. Really feel like I've missed talking about something down there, so if you see something that looks weird that I didn't cover, then point it out to me and I can talk about what it is. So last thing, yep, we can wrap this up with some rock wool. Because I have a bunch of slag from smelting things with rich slag. Did I... Okay, yeah, I have a little more in there. Yep. So we're going to smelt this into rock wool and see if we can figure out its properties. Ooh, experience. I'm just going to do all of it because there's no other use for slag as far as I know. Let's verify that. Powered furnace, rock wool. Yeah, that's the only thing. Okay, so I'm going to wait for these to smelt and I'll be back once we have a bunch of rock wool. All right, we're back and we have some rock wool here. Interesting, that doesn't give me experience for smelting. Oh, that's fine. So there's two things I want to test with this stuff. I want to see about its flammability and its blast resistance. So I've set up these things right here. These are for blast resistance. Each one of those has TNT inside it. I accidentally set this one up wrong, but we'll set it off anyway just for fun. So the other three that are set up properly are walled with cobblestone. Oops. And let's see. This one has cobblestone on the inside. This one has snow on the inside. And this one's going to have rock wool on the inside. So we're going to set off the TNT that's in the center of all these places. So yeah, use a wand of equal trade because I accidentally built this one out of snow too. And yeah, we're going to just set this down here. You know, it sounds like wool. It looks like wool. You can dye it like wool. But I'm hoping that since it's called rock wool and is made from, you know, rocky substances, that it's going to have a higher blast resistance than wool. I could be wrong. This might just be an alternate way to get wool, but yeah, okay, so that's there. We're not going to set these off quite yet. Right, because I wanted to show you a cool item that I used to build these. Because I didn't actually show this. I used it off camera a little bit. So, wrong one. The scaffold. Real easy to build. 3 sticks, 3 planks, gets you 16 of them. And this is just a real quick way to like build something vertical. So I can place one, I left click on it, and it places another on top. And I can do that a whole bunch. You see it going up. And you can climb it like a ladder, or just jetpack up if you want to. It's a little different from a ladder. It doesn't make the noise. I noticed that if there's a block on top, you can't actually climb up past it. Like I'll get stuck right here. But that's okay. And if you want to take it down, all you have to do is break the bottom one, and haha, that's cool. They all pop off. But anyway, let's detonate some explosions. And actually first, I'm going to set down a couple of these and just light them on fire, just to see if when we get back they've either burned up or the fire's gone out. So, now that we've done that, let's explode. Okay, so first we're going to see... No, that's the rock wool. First, we are going to see how much of the outer cobblestone is damaged by this when there's cobblestone on the inside. None of it at all. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that outer box is still completely intact, and exactly the inner cobblestone is blown out. Cool. Okay, so we're going to do this with snow now. I believe snow has the lowest blast resistance of any block in the game. Oh, fire went out. It is fireproof. Okay, cool. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 remaining. Now we're going to do it with rock wool and see, is it going to be in between the two or what? Oh, okay, that answers that. Rock wool has the same blast resistance as cobblestone, it would seem. Awesome, and it's non-flammable, so yes, I was right about that. It's a building material that looks and behaves like wool, but is non-flammable and has a high blast resistance. Awesome. Let's set this one off just for fun. Oh, actually, this will be interesting, because the inner layer is cobblestone, the outer layer is the lowest blast resistance block you can get. So... okay, so the cobblestone completely absorbs the blast, even if you have really low blast resistance blocks on the outside. Interesting. Okay, so we learned a little bit about explosions and about rock wool. That was fun. I'll take down the rest of these later. Yeah. So I think that's a good point to wrap it up. So we were a little bit more laid back this episode. Covered some of the changes in Mindcrack, Modpack. Well, why am I even doing a recap? You don't need a recap. You just watch the episode. So... yeah, I'll see you guys next time with some more fun stuff. Have a good day.